How are you guys?
My mic doesn't have sound. There we go. I think my mic should have sound now. Can't hear you. I should probably also turn Skype up just a wee bit.
My mic doesn't have sound. There we go.
Oh,
I think my mic should have sound now.
and now I am echoing.
I should probably also turn Skype
Actually,
up.
that might be one of you guys. I can hear
Okay.
myself.
My mic doesn't have sound. There we go. Oh, I think my mic should have sound now.
Can you mute your stream, May?
Actually, that might
Okay.
be one of you guys. I can hear
Okay.
myself.
Someone got loaded and forgot how to computer. No, this is just our first actual YouTube live stream.
Can you mute your stream, May?
Mute my stream.
Joe will be calling in too. Nice, for sure. What is up, Nick? But we are doing a live stream for 420, like I was saying, so I feel like my mic was muted for most of that. This is the Swag Collective like introduction stream for the 420 just like long list of live streams that are going to be done today. So there's going to be a lot of content that we've kind of pre-planned and had ready for this for today that we've been kind of struggling to get ready, but also scrambling and working hard for you guys. So there's going to be a lot of live streams throughout the day today, and there's going to be kind of different people's channels that are doing different things. But in this stream, we have Mary Loves Glass and New Perspective 710. I can't English today. New Perspective 710. I already took a pretty fat glob of some sour cookies, napalm oil, which is like the clear mixed with rosin. So I think it's like 88% THC. My brain is slowly struggling to actually function. But it's good to see you guys all stopping through. Like I said earlier, we have a bunch of stuff to give away, from like nails to vaporizers, iPhone cases, different pieces of glass, other vaporizers, and then stuff that I've just kind of been holding on to that I have just kind of planned to give away at some point, but not had time to, but now we actually have time to. So if you are like 18 and like of age and able to get any of these things, then we'll get some questions or something that we can actually get answered for you guys. But say hello like we were trying to do earlier, but my thing was doing weird things.
Hi, everybody.
um, is it your? I think your mic might be muted, Kayla. There
Oh
we go.
no, is it better?
Yeah, that works. Sweet.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Hi everyone, happy 420. Thank you for having me, Josh.
No problem. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day, and we're gonna have a ton of different people stopping through. But I'm very glad that you guys could help me start this off. It's gonna be a very long day, but a very fun day.
Well, I'm glad I got to come.
Definitely. There's a lot of comments. The comments are rolling through. Someone said, "Where's Too High Guys?" They will be hopefully stopping through soon. Maybe later and throughout the day. I think we're probably going to hit the 420 East Coast time, as well as I think we might actually hit every 420 on stream. I think that's the overall plan for today, like throughout every single time zone. But what am I smoking on? Like I said, that sour cookies, which is a cross between sour diesel and Girl Scout cookies. Um, water flood. Comments are rolling through, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to smoking. I should probably actually grab the other little batch of rosin that I have. So, uno menso.
I am going to smoke on some Candy Kush.
And I'm gonna smoke on some Buddha Tahoe. Cheers.
I have been waiting to do that all day. I have my flavor beads in my bowl.
Nice, little diffuser beads.
Yes.
Nice.
I've never actually used those. Do those do anything?
Yes, they make it really mini. I'm so surprised. They've been in there for about an hour.
Huh.
It's very mini.
I'm gonna have to try those at some point. I've seen those in like head shops and stuff, but I've just never really gone about actually like trying them or anything.
They're cool. Ooh.
So how is everyone in the chat doing? What is everyone doing today? I mean, obviously, probably what you do every other day. Like I tweeted today, happy do what we do every single other day. But I'm sure you're doing it in more massive quantities today. That's how that usually works, right? How long are you gonna stream for? Probably for at least an hour, if not longer. I don't know. It's however long comments keep rolling through, and however long you just kind of feel like. This is the first like YouTube live stream we've done, so we still got to get it all completely figured out, like technical wise, and we're just gonna kind of test it out, see how it works.
Yeah. I've had some technical issues today.
Same. It's been a day that it's just been scrambling for me. I like running around like chicken with my head cut off. So this is a well-deserved dab, I feel. But cheers. This is some of the. Did that package just like fall on the ground? I think it did. I don't know where I set it. Some kind of oil rosin dab. I think it's like the sour alien wrench. I don't know. Sour alien apple. Cheers though.
Cheers. I can't show beyond what you can see in the screen because this room is a mess.
Same. I haven't had time to clean these last couple days because getting back from Canada has just kind of been getting these things ready. So I feel like my house is just left in rambles right now. No groceries in my fridge. I still haven't gone to the grocery store coming back. So like I've been drinking coffee just straight black, like no milk in it.
Oh man.
Someone asked, how old are you, Josh? How do you think I am? I feel like the average, like, actually I'm gonna let you guess first. Like, when you first saw me on my channel, how old did, like, the entire chat, and I guess both of you think I was? I've heard as old as 35 before, and I was like, I do not look like I'm in my 30s. That's almost a little offensive.
Oh, I thought you were like 22.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I think it's usually anywhere between like 22 and maybe like 26. But I'm 20. I actually am not even 21 yet. I turned 21 May 1st, so in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're a Taurus like me.
Exactly.
Only truth is I turned 60 on May 14th.
At least we got the May birthdays locked down though.
Exactly.
I didn't actually know my astrological sign for quite a while. Like I was streaming and everyone was like, "What's your sign? What's your sign, Josh?" I'm like, I think I'm a Leo. I don't really know. And everyone's like, "Josh, you're a Taurus." Like, you're wrong.
What about now? Can we hear me now? Apparently my mic was muted.
Sweet. Yes, we can hear you again.
Oh, what the heck? I was like talking to you guys.
You're just like, why are they not answering me?
I was like, geez, this is gonna be tough, man. Tough crowd.
I gotta pay attention to that because usually like I think your little like mic thing lights up blue on Skype when you're actually talking. So
Of course. It wasn't up the entire time either. That would happen.
oh, I'm sorry. It is all bad.
So, how has everybody's 420s been?
Not too bad. I feel like I probably should have gotten up like 3 or 4 hours earlier than I did. But I was like, I'm sleeping in today. This is the day that everyone's supposed to relax, and I'm at least getting that small bit. I want to at least get some sleep. So I slept until like almost 10.
I think we have the same mentality.
Right? Like, everyone was also talking about going to events and stuff this year. Oh, Jared's calling. I gotta add him to this group call. Everyone was talking about going to, like, events and stuff this year, and I was like, I'm not feeling that. Like, I just kind of want to, like, spend a day at home, relax, because there's events all throughout the rest of the year. Like, every month, pretty much, in every different, like, state and stuff. So, why not just kind of, like, hang out, take a day off?
Yeah.
It must be busy for you, though.
be at home and
At times. It's since I've actually taken it on like full time though, it's not really been that hard to manage like everything. When I was doing school work and still trying to do like daily content, I was like just constantly drinking all too much caffeine and
yeah,
panicking every day.
yeah. It's
But
a lot.
Oh my
it is
gosh.
definitely.
Yeah.
But
So
I
It's
love it
it's
though.
probably not the healthiest
Exactly. Like I feel like
to kill all that caffeine like that.
that's the caffeine is probably all more like a thousand times worse on my body than any small amount of cannabis will ever be, or large amount.
Thank you. That's what I try and tell people. I
I
have
st
people telling me like Red Bull and stuff is good for you, and I'm like, no, take a dab of a sativa.
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's why I like Durban Poison so much. Like everyone was always asking me, what's your favorite strain? And it's consistently changing for me, but right now Durban Poison is one of my favorites because it changed the definition of like a true sativa for me. Like it really is like a shot of caffeine or like a shot of espresso. So in the morning, that's all you really need. Like I was like literally when I had like the Durb, I just didn't need coffee. I could just wake up and like have a nice dab of the Durban Poison and be like, okay, I can get the day going. So it's pretty awesome.
I wish there was Durban around here. I literally have I never come across it. It's all OGs and cookies and
All the sleepy strains, the couch
yeah,
lockers, those are the worst. I mean, they're
yeah.
good at times. They're good at night. Like they're great at night. I'm smoking on some cookies right now, but to get stuff like actively done, you really need like a good sativa. Like I'll always prefer the indicas for my medical symptoms too. Like I found that they work best for me, but that's I kind of like the like sativa dominant or the at least like sativa hybrids with like a 60/40 cross because I can at least keep my mind uplifted while still managing pain and stuff.
Right,
So,
right.
all right, let me
Yeah,
add
I go for the indicas though. The sativas just make my heart race a little bit too much, so I've got to kind of watch that. So, but people tell me I get sleepy eyes during my periscopes. They say.
I've been in the same boat a couple times.
She's going out. She's going out. So,
Alright,
but,
Jared, add to call.
all right.
I feel like every time I want to find like a good anything, everything's hybrid around here, to be honest. Like it's crazy. Like everything's a hybrid blend, or like I got some Buddha Tahoe the other day, which is really good, but
Yeah, there's none of those like just true sativas or there's like landrace strains.
exactly.
See, and
It's
those are
all
those are
like
even occasionally hard to find around here. And that's something
Hola.
that What's up, Jared? How's it going?
Good, Josh. How are you?
Not too bad. Glad to have you in here.
Happy 420.
Happy 420, my friends.
happy
Um,
420, Jared.
Nice to meet you guys.
for
It's
sure.
nice to meet you.
One thing that I don't think like people from illegal states really understand about legal states though is we don't have access to every single strain out there. Like we can't just like walk into a dispensary and be like, I want this specific strain. It's like you walk in and you have what the specific growers in the area are providing to that clinic or dispensary at that time. So, I mean, sure, there's going to be like staple strains in certain areas. Like I see a lot of like you said, OGs, and there's always going to be like things that are claiming to be sour diesels or like fuely strains. But it's hard to find like specific strains unless you grow yourself. So, like, especially when it comes to strain reviews, people always ask, like, hey, can you do a strain review on this specific strain? And I'm like, if I can ever find it, sure. But there's not going to be like a complete guarantee that I'm going to be able to find it. So,
That's a tough. Are you located in Washington, right, Josh?
yeah. Washington State. I quite enjoy it up here. I've kind of like traveled a little bit to see what the scenes are like in other places, and I really do like it down in California. The San Diego area specifically is where my sister lives, so it's where I quite enjoy that like little area down there.
Oh
But
yeah, it's beautiful.
I really enjoy Washington when it comes to just like the overall medical scene and what it's been. but it's changing really, really quickly, and we're gonna have to basically, I think all of us are gonna have to access through recreational places now, even if we are medical patients. And they're also kind of changing the definition of what a medical patient is. So I think everything is going to be changing quickly here, and I don't know how long I'll be in Washington for, but
Wow.
I like it up here though. And what it's been is it's been a really good little run for how it's been.
Yeah, I'm hoping, that the recreational comes into California in the 2016 ballot. And I'm
Definitely.
interested to see how that plays out, especially with the fact that, where I live, I live in the Central Valley. So I live about an hour away from San Francisco. Central Valley, Stockton, Sacramento area, basically.
Mhm.
This is where all the agriculture takes place. This is where all you guys get your fruits and vegetables, basically.
Nice.
And because of that, if any type of recreational is going to be a huge interference with the ag farmers. So I think that's the only thing that's going to hold California back from becoming a recreational state is because of the limited resources that we have from the droughts recently and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of ag farmers that are going to want to battle for those resources, unfortunately. So
Yes.
it's not going to play a huge favor in our part. But then again, we do have, medical, and the fact that Prop 17 actually dropped, having anything under an ounce to not even a misdemeanor, but what's that called? An infraction. So
Mhm.
basically, if you have under an ounce, you get like a ticket now, like you
Yeah.
would a traffic fine or something
Yeah,
like
like a
that.
parking ticket.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes it a lot easier on us, because like you said, when it comes to the dispensaries, they don't have as large of a selection as I can get from some of my friends that are either growing or making their own concentrates and whatnot.
Exactly.
They kind of just have like, here's what you have this week or this month, and it's cool, but at the same time, it's your tolerance builds up to certain strains after a while, and you
Exactly.
just can't continuously smoke them. You need to
You
veer somewhere
constantly
else.
have to be switching, getting different. I even think it's different like forms. It's like I'll sometimes like be on some rosin, and I'll switch to just like smoking flower, and I'll feel like the flower is actually effectively working better for me just because I've been smoking so much oil for so long. It's
Big
constantly
time.
having to switch and find different things that work to manage like just different things as well.
And they all have a different feeling too. Even when I'm like not, or even when I'm not tolerant to either of them, like I can smoke, concentrates, wax, and kind of be more uplifted. I can get my things done through my day. And then if I smoke a certain type of indica, I'm just, smashed to the point where I just want
Exactly.
to watch Netflix, and kind
Right.
of kick back.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm from Washington too. Mary Loves Glass, but I'm originally from Georgia. And I tell you what, down there, I don't know if they're ever going to get anything passed. That Bible Belt has got a hold of those people.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I
You
bet. I've
know,
heard about, some of them southern states.
the devil's weed, they are just so set in their ways. It's so hard to change their minds.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
going to be a tough one.
Without a
You know,
I
doubt.
think that goes for all religious people, and it's nothing against religious people, not to get off topic, but it's just,
Yeah,
It's,
it's the taboo. It's
it
unfortunately it's,
is.
it's
It
the
Yeah.
taboo
is.
that was created, during the Prohibition era. It all
it's
stemmed from funny things in all reality. It all stemmed from racism is what really gave marijuana the bad name.
Definitely.
There
The
was
bad
nothing wrong with it
connotation.
until they were starting to say these jazz players back in the days and the speakeasies and stuff were getting our white women stoned and having sex with them and stuff like that, and then the reefer madness thing hit. So there's a lot of unfortunate history that the kids will never know, and the taboo was placed on the wrong thing and then labeled as a
Exactly.
classy narcotic.
right.
Sad
Yeah.
stuff.
It's just
Which is
ignorant
crazy.
ignorant propaganda that was kind of slowly spread and believed and set in stone in people's minds for a long time.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's gonna take time to slowly kind of change that and reform that image of what cannabis is, what cannabis users are, and what cannabis can do for people.
Oh
But
yeah.
there's still people who exactly were born and set in those ways, so it's hard to kind of change their mind when that's what they believe. So definitely.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
seeing a lot of people coming out now, which is really cool. Like literally that just started smoking marijuana, and they are 25 or older. never tried it before in their life, and then finally gave it a try. And that's awesome. And it's cool
Here I
because
am.
I've been smoking it for so long, and I've never been an alcohol drinker. I can't stand alcohol. Every once in a great while, I'll have a beer or two to celebrate, on New Year or something like that. But I do not like alcohol whatsoever.
Me
I mean,
neither.
it's the most evil thing out there. I think it's more evil than heroin, believe it or not.
Definitely, because it's easier to abuse,
Yes,
and a
big
lot of
time.
people do it without thinking about it.
It's
And,
legal.
and don't
I'm-
think
Yeah.
don't think that it's bad that they're doing it, and don't
kills
understand
their
the
liver.
harm that they're doing to their body. Exactly.
Oh my lord, or to other people. I've seen so many domestic violence
Exactly.
violence cases on alcohol alone, to where people don't even remember it because they black out.
Exactly.
Like, imagine something that makes you not remember a
Not
portion
remember.
of your life. That is insane. It is
Exactly.
so bad.
Exactly. And it can't be good for like your mental health either. Just forgetting portions of life can't be good for your psyche, your overall
No.
mental.
Not at all. And I think a lot of people drowned out, their problems with alcohol when people say they can, well, you do the same thing with marijuana. And I'm like, no, actually, when I smoke weed, it makes me think about my problems
Exactly.
more.
I start getting all introspective and thinking about like everything that I've ever done wrong in life. Exactly.
Yeah. I like way overanalyze my problems when I'm high, so don't go there.
Makes me a
Not-
good person.
Exactly.
Not a bad person.
Yeah, because
I start thinking what I
it
can
makes
do
you
to
like
help
step
things.
outside your like regular like thought process and kind of like analyze yourself as a person, not just
Yeah,
like
like somebody
not
else's
think
shit.
about anything.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's definitely one of those things. It's the medicine for the world, man, and I think it's coming. It's funny because I'm, Mary will agree here, because I'm 36 years old. So I stemmed from a generation of really, I think there was the hippies,
Mhm.
and then the taboo kind of came after the hippies again with this is your brain on drugs, and the whole
Yeah.
commercial with the cracking the eggs in the frying pan. And they really tabooed marijuana all over again. And I think finally my generation or basically people a tad bit older than me, I say 40 to 35, we kind of got the ball rolling again, whether it was in gangster rap or what it was. There was some type of really good influence there. And ever since then, I've seen, marijuana become, go from something that was abused just because it was cool to something way more sophisticated. And
Exactly.
the right people started getting the knowledge into their hands, and they brought that taboo to this is beneficial in a lot of medical ways, even if you're just a recreational user.
Exactly.
You know,
I fully agree. And it's interesting if you like will go to a recreational store and sit outside. Like everyone thinks that's the stereotypical like hippie crowd that'll be walking in and young kids trying to buy some pot, but it's like the scope of people that will walk through that door in an hour's time is unbelievable because it's everyone you can think of, from soccer moms to a guy in a suit to a homeless guy that got himself $10 on the street to go into a store. The scope is all across the board, so it's very interesting.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody has, like I said, that taboo. They have that, oh my God, like little skeevy stoners like Jay and Silent Bob or Cheech and Chong,
Exactly.
Nobody realizes. I have a friend that was just as big of a stoner or smoker as I was in high school before I actually got into it for medical reasons. This was just for recreational purposes. And this guy graduated with a 4.0, and had graduated with honors. Is now a doctor. Went to college for like 8 years. Went to one of the best medical schools, which is SFO, San Francisco University,
Nice.
and or SFU, excuse me, and still smokes to this day. Huge advocate of marijuana, and I mean, it's kind of a proven fact right there that we're not all that way.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
It's just a balance.
it's I hate the stereotype that weed makes someone lazy, because that's not something that's not an effect. Like, laziness is not an effect. Tiredness is an effect, and I will agree with that. Indicas make me tired. I will smoke an indica and be
Oh yeah.
tired. But guess what? I can drink one of these, and boom, I will no longer be tired. I am not made lazy by said cannabis that I just smoked. So we laziness is an attribute. It's something that drive is an attribute. It's something that is a personal, like, base by everyone's gonna have different. So it's like everyone's gonna have a different, like drive. Everyone's gonna have a little bit of laziness, but if you can actually combat that and work through your laziness, then you can get things done. So that's not something that you can blame on a substance, but sadly, a lot of lazy people are going to find something to blame. They're not going to want to take personal, credit for that and be like, I'm a fuck up. I can't get things done right now. I'm lazy. They're going to be like, oh no, it's the weed that's making me lazy. It's not me as a human being.
Exactly,
So,
as a human being. And I always tell my kids, I have 2 kids, man, and I'll always tell them, because I've never hid marijuana from them, dude,
mhm,
ever. And this is in a state where it's still considered illegal unless you have your card. Now, luckily, I have my card.
mhm,
So I was able to kind of give my kid, my oldest is 10, my youngest, I don't hide it from him, but he hasn't gotten the explanation yet.
yeah,
But my oldest, for instance, he's 10, and he finally approached me. He said, hey, Dad, they had this, thing going on in school, this DARE program, and the green stuff that you have, well, they said it's drugs and it's bad. I was like, shit, Luckily, the greatest thing about this, really quick before I go on, is they have just recently taken marijuana out of the DARE program.
I did
and
hear about
replaced
that.
with alcohol and cigarettes, which is really amazing. But I had to explain it to him in the way of, okay, well, I have my prescription for marijuana. So if I had pills from a doctor, and would those pills be drugs? And he was all, no. And I said, okay, but if I turned around and if I gave those pills to somebody who didn't get them from my doctor, would they be taking drugs? And he was like, oh yeah, they weren't supposed to take them. And I'm like, exactly. So basically, it's the same thing with me. The doctor
Yeah.
gives me marijuana. If somebody doesn't have a prescription, then they're using it in a way to where they are using it recreationally, and they may not, supposed to be using it, but. I had to kind of give it to him in that terms until it becomes legal, so he wasn't so fearful of the taboo,
Exactly.
that they've created with kids. Even with me, I remember being DARE and seeing the weed and
Right.
like, oh my
Like,
god,
I don't want to do that. No. Exactly.
I'll never smoke that stuff.
Stay away from that devil's lettuce. But that's a really good way to explain that to him, though. Is there's medicine and there's abusing medicine. So.
Exactly, and until it becomes recreational,
Yeah.
I won't hide it from them. No, I don't smoke it in front of their face.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm either in my room with my door closed and my windows open, or we're outside. Like, I will
Yeah.
never smoke marijuana with my kids around. They're too
Yeah.
young. They don't need to be inhaling the stuff that, that's just not, that's my shit.
Exactly.
But
It's like
if they
secondhand
see
cigarette
it
smoke.
laying around, yeah, exactly, like secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they
Perfect.
see something laying around, I'm not going to hide one of my pipes. I'm not going to hide my prescriptions, the little bottles and stuff. And the reason I don't do that is for the same reason why people don't hide their Budweiser cans in the refrigerator.
Definitely.
They don't hide their prescription bottles in the medicine cabinet,
Mm.
because that stuff isn't taboo, even though it's way worse for you.
Yeah.
So why should I be a hypocrite and smoke something that I'm very proud to be an advocate of and hide it from my kids
Exactly.
and make them think that that's bad?
There's
Completely
no
agree.
need for that. Yeah.
I don't want them to think that it's bad.
Yeah.
By the time they're old enough to understand things, it will be completely recreationally
Exactly.
legal. So.
And people I've had that question asked to me in streams before, like, would you ever let your kids smoke? And I'm like, that's something that I'm gonna let them fully. I'm gonna educate them about it, and then I'm gonna let them choose. If they don't ever smoke, then so be it. I'm more than okay
Exactly.
with that. But if they choose to smoke, then one, do it responsibly, be mature about it. don't let it like rule the entirety of your life, and don't try to blame your
Moderation.
problems on it. Exactly, moderation. And just be smart about it. And if they don't smoke, then like I said, so be it. That's okay.
Yeah,
So
it's for, some people like it, some people don't.
exactly.
It's not for everybody.
Exactly.
Yep.
But hey, I'm gonna tell my kids the same thing. Just make sure that you're old enough to do so. And if you're in high school, and if I know you're smoking weed, and if I see your grades being affected by it, obviously you're not using it in moderation.
Yeah, exactly. That's a problem.
So, we're gonna have to talk about it.
Exactly.
Because you can only stop kids for so long. I can't stop my kids when they're in
I agree
high
with
school.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. What am I gonna do? Like, go to school with them every day?
Yeah.
It don't work. It don't work that way. So I'm gonna have to tell them, hey, if you do it in high school, be smart about it. Do it in moderation. If your grades drop, if I catch you slipping, then there's gonna be some shit
There's
that's
gonna be
really
yeah,
gonna
some
change.
stipulations. There's gonna be some problems. Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a really good way to go about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
tough.
love that.
It's tough when
Good
you have
parents.
kids. Thank you.
Great
For sure.
parenting advice.
Yeah, it's tough when you have kids, man. That's
Oh,
one thing you have to learn. You're like, holy shit.
how to convince my parents that weed's good. And I keep telling them, be responsible. If you're responsible, then, that's going to show them, but
Yep.
Without a doubt.
That must be tough for you because your parents are older, because they're probably in even more of the taboo state.
yeah, well, my parents are gone now, but I had started smoking before they died, and they were 100% against it. You are the devil's weed. Oh my God, you have gone. And they
The
basically
devil's
turned
weed.
me into a 4-year-old. I would walk in their house and I would be immediately a 4-year-old. They wanted to put me in the DARE program. They wanted to call my nephew, who's a deputy sheriff, and have me arrested for thinking about it. It was terrible.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
How things have
Yeah,
changed.
that's
you
intense.
know?
Right?
Yeah,
That's very intense.
very intense. And I was 58 years old. I was going,
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're a grown ass adult, and they're like, no.
That's
Wow,
grown-ass
insane.
you
woman.
started smoking late. What about you, Kayla? How old are you?
I'm about to be 23.
Oh, okay.
I'm
When?
said I'm 23. I'm turning
Yeah.
23 in about a month and a half.
Oh, right on. Well, happy early birthday. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
How old were you when you started smoking?
I started smoking the first time I smoked when I was 14, but I didn't, start actually smoking until like 16. But I used it in high school, and it helped me with my grades. It helped me. I did, better my last year of high school because of it. I cared more about things. I cared
Yeah.
more about my life,
Made you focus.
Yeah.
It does that to some people.
Definitely.
I tell you, in
Yeah.
retrospect, I can think of many, many times I wish that I had been smoking weed.
Yeah, it's funny because I was smoking weed in high school, quite a bit. And this is back in the 90s, the good old 90s. And, it's, of course, it was still very taboo at the time. But it's funny because I didn't succeed at high school at all. I could ace my tests with flying colors. Didn't even have to study for them. I was always a very smart kid. It's not to brag and boast, but it was very boring to me. School was very boring. I knew everything that they had to teach me, and what I didn't know, I was like, I don't really need to know this in life, like algebra.
When will I
Not
ever
gonna go
use
to this-
this? Right?
Yeah, and so I basically, it wasn't the weed that made me lazy. It was me being completely bored of what the school had to offer that made me lazy. Because if I smoked weed, I would completely excel at other things outside of school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 If it wasn't for
100%.
smoking weed, I would not be, artistically inclined and stuff like that. So
See, and I didn't smoke in high school, so I just like I would not get homework done just to like blow it off and play video games because I didn't care. I was like, this is not relevant to anything. Like I don't want to be doing any of these things. And I was the same way. Like I would go take a test and be like, okay, most of this is common sense. and I probably like through one ear, like not really paying attention, caught the rest of it like during one of this like couple lectures. So I just like the homework aspect of it. I just like I didn't care. I was like I'd rather just like play some Xbox. But I didn't smoke in high school. It was like the very end of my high school is actually when I started like basically my senior year, which I did online school. So yeah, I was high most of the day, but I was still just like, oh, this is easy as fuck. Like I'm just gonna get this done and smoke a bowl and do this history project. Like
You're on focused.
exactly.
Yeah.
Focus mode.
Yeah.
That's how I did stuff. I did like essays outside of school really well because I would like be able to smoke freely and just like not have to worry if like the teachers knew I was high or like
Yeah.
you know
exactly.
Yeah.
stupid stuff like that. So
Exactly. Trying to sit in the back of the class, you know, because you know you stunk.
Yeah, right.
You're all
Like-
you're all shit.
they know.
I had a roach in my pack of cigarettes back in my high school days. So I'm like, oh my god, I know I really reek. You know when you're carrying a roach
Exactly.
around, you know.
Stinky, right?
It's
Everyone's loud pack and everyone smells it.
That's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst. Good old high school days, man. How they have changed from nowadays, I hear.
Right. Definitely.
Oh man, we missed 420.
Oh.
What? How did we miss
How
420?
did we miss that? Wow.
How did we miss that?
Well,
I know I took a dab about 10 minutes ago,
East
so
East Coast 420.
yeah.
East Coast.
A happy belated.
Happy belated East Coast 420. Where's my? Okay, there's my grab.
Let's make up for this.
Yes.
Oh, actually,
Yes, please.
I'm gonna grab that other little pouch of oil. We're already late, so we can be a little later.
Well, what was that thing, Kayla? Huh?
We can't hear you.
Shit. The rig or the sploofy?
That thing right there. Yeah. This. What is it called? The spoofy?
Yeah, it's called the Sploofy brand, and it's just basically a personal odor device. You just
Oh, word.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even see any smoke coming out.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit, just like a tiny little bit comes out, and it doesn't smell for sure.
That's really cool.
Definitely
Huh.
handy when you have people that don't like the smell of it.
Yeah. I don't know how that's possible. I love the smell of weed.
Thank you. That's how I am. I'm like, can I just smell it? Just like a little bit.
You know what? One of my favorite strains when it comes to smells is Jack Herer, the original Jack Herer.
Really?
That lemony.
And it's just
Cheers,
very
Josh.
Cheers. I'm
Just-
trying to actually get this. There it is. It's alive.
yeah, cheers. It's very like
Looks
ammonia, like we call it kind of like a cat piss.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
definitely.
that.
And I don't know why something so bad in real life can smell so good from weed.
That's exactly how I feel. Like tons of this, all the strains I like are either really musky or like really. Oh yeah. Feel what? They'll be-
I can't hear you. Is it Josh? Josh is making you. Sorry, Josh was cutting you off with the torch.
The torch.
I think I thought it'd be my mic.
That's okay though.
Totally good.
All right.
Um,
Cheers, guys.
Most of the
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is definitely my favorite rig, by the way.
I can't
Yeah.
see you for some reason, Josh.
It
I just see your picture.
doesn't let me use the camera on Skype and on the streaming software. So I think you can certainly see me through the channel. Because I'm live streaming
Yeah,
through the channel.
yeah, that's how I'm watching him.
Through the channel? How do I get that? How's there?
It's just if you just go to Train Central, it should just be on the page. Just dab some honey OG shatter. Nice. Cheers to that.
Yeah, nice. That's exactly what I was saying. Cheers to that.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite rigs though. The like little I like the smaller Klein a little bit more, but this one's really nice for bigger dabs because it stacks better. The Mai Tai Klein. Thick ass glass really does have some quality pieces for like a reasonable price, so I like it.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it's gorgeous.
We still have stuff to give away, so we got to come up with some kind of question. Like this is a little titanium quartz-headed nail. I think this is from one of the boxes. I don't remember what box this is from. And then iPhone case, rolling case. You can like keep 3 to 5 joints in that bad boy.
Nice.
We have one of these. The Jane Doe thick ass glass pieces. All wrapped up with like some, I think there's like a lighter and some like wraps and whatnot in this thing. And then this is the black market piece. It's a little rubber grommet piece that I also got in one of the boxes, but I'm sure someone could make great use out of that. And then there's more that we'll give away later throughout the day, but that's what we got for now. So we'll have to come up with some questions to actually like give them away.
God.
Shout out from Sweden. Nice. There's someone watching from Sweden. That's awesome.
So where do I go to see you, Josh? I'm still like really fucking high, and I do not understand.
I think if you just go like to my channel page, actually go to like if you go on YouTube and then go to like are you subscribed to my channel?
Yes, I am.
If you just go to like my subscriptions, it should just be one of the first things that's up there.
Oh, word. Okay, cool. So you're
Coleman,
just basic.
Mary
Mary
loves
is
glass. Got the same
Sorry.
question, Jinx.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. But I was like, no, JK, we're good.
Mary loves glass.
Someone's from Paris. Shout out from prison. LOL.
Listen.
I love the chat.
I love that. That's killer.
I cannot even. I can't decide what hair wants to do today. It's
The Malix
super
thinks
hot.
you're sexy. Mary.
It's so hot here in Washington. Like it was
Yeah,
85 the other day, and now it's like
There we
83,
go.
and I'm
Nuts.
used to like 60s. We don't have air conditioning in Washington. That's just like not a thing we do here, unless you get like a stand-in unit. But all of my windows open like this, like they don't actually open outward, so I can't put one of those units in a window. So just constantly all too hot.
It is bad, isn't it? I mean, I came from Georgia. I don't like this heat.
Yeah, right. And it's like it's pretty humid just because it hasn't rained a lot. Actually, it has rained a pretty good bit lately.
Humidity is
You
gross.
So
came
it's-
from
it's-
Georgia and you don't like that heat? I hear
Oh,
Georgia's heat is insane with that humidity levels.
Yep.
It is. It is. But I mean, I don't want anything
Sounds
over
right.
70.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Seven.
comfortable like 50s and 60s is like shorts weather. Like that's what I'm comfortable wearing a pair of
Feel that.
shorts in.
Yeah,
And-
that's actually pretty good. I don't know, over here right now, this weather's weird, man. In the Central Valley, we've had like like an early spring, and then yesterday it hit like 87.
Oh, wow.
We have really dry heat though, so it's not like we have like a lot of humidity, which is really cool. But
Definitely.
you know, it's like, what the hell is going on here? Because we already have like all the blooms and everything. Like, dude, I don't know if it's bad or good. Like, we're getting all these, you know.
Like early blooms.
Yeah, pretty crazy, you know. So, but it's nice. It's been really nice. It's already barbecue weather. There's nothing
Nice.
stopping us now from fucking, smoking and barbecuing outside. And
That's gotta be nice.
That's awesome.
yeah, it is
Can't
pretty
say
cool.
the same over here.
You on the East Coast?
I'm
Kayla?
on the East Coast.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some pictures where there's been snow on a few occasions, and
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
that's crazy.
I
It's a
think,
I
trip.
know.
yeah, I
It
think I saw.
is.
I think like, YouTubers were talking. Like, there's a couple YouTubers that were uploading videos like with like snow bongs in like late March, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, this is. It's a little late for this, isn't it?
I know.
That's super cool though. Like I would love to see a city covered in snow.
Exactly.
I've never seen that. I can go up to the snow in the mountains, but there's no city in snow in California.
Yeah, you've never actually seen. That's actually pretty crazy. Like we'll get
Yeah.
occasional
That is actually
like really snowy winters where we'll just get like giant just bouts of snow throughout the winter, and then we'll have winters like this last one where it's just like we saw like some little flurries here and there, but like the funny thing is we get a half inch of snow or like an inch of snow and they're like shut down the roads, close the schools, keep everyone inside. Like no go to the store. You just bundle, close the doors, lock, barricade yourself inside, and try to stay safe.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. That's up north type shit, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna actually take a trip to Massachusetts. I was talking to Ty about that actually because my cousin lives very close to them apparently, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna take a trip up to Massachusetts in the wintertime and come see a city in the snow. Why not? And
especially if you've never seen it before.
yeah, I've seen the snow, but like I said, never a city. I'd love to go
Yeah.
there and go to New York and stuff like that. So it would be awesome. California, everybody like makes a huge deal out of California. There's a lot of space to cover. Everybody thinks of California and they think of Los Angeles immediately. It's like, oh, surfing and movie stars and all that stuff, the YouTube headquarters, and and they forget about the Plymouth Rock of California, which is San Francisco.
Definitely.
That's where everything started, and that's probably my favorite city and the best city in all this state, man. I just absolutely love San Francisco. Such positive vibes there. There's not the
Exactly.
fake that's in Los Angeles. It's just so loving. Everybody walks down the street, they say hi to you. You can get weed very easily. No matter what, there's marijuana everywhere there. So it's awesome.
This is very true.
That's awesome.
I visited there once, like the Palo Alto, like San Fran area, and I actually really really liked it. It was very, like you said, just laid back, and especially went to Ashbury Height, and it was just a very very like hippie vibe, but it was cool to kind of walk down the street and just see people just happy and like happy to be smiling in good weather and like happy to be alive, opposed to like Seattle where you walk down the street, most people are just like not even trying to look you in the eye, like looking down at their phone or just like doing their own thing. Everyone there is just like smiling at you as you walk by and very happy to be just alive and on the planet. So it was really cool.
Yeah, it's easy to keep
I
your
need to
phone
go
in
to
your
a city
pocket.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I love San Francisco. It's just unfortunately right now it's the most expensive place to live in the world.
For sure.
The world.
That's pretty crazy.
That is sad.
That's really crazy.
It's actually disgusting. It's terrible. Like there's a huge documentary about it because there's apartments, there's one bedroom, one bathroom apartments there that were basically going for I'd say 12 to 1400,
Wow.
and they're raising them to about 6,000 a month.
What?
Gosh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. There was a guy in this documentary. There was a guy that was sleeping,
So
okay,
crazy.
in the backyard of this
Disgusting.
person's house in a tent, and he rented a tent, and he paid, I think he said $800 or $900 a month, and he got He got
What?
free Wi-Fi. He got free Wi-Fi. He got electricity. Um, he fucking like got to eat one meal a day. If they cook dinner, he got to eat that dinner with them. Otherwise, he had to cook for himself. And then he had like a little outhouse, a little porta potty type
So,
thing.
so
And
like
this is what he
basic,
paid.
basic,
fucking-
basic amenities.
Yes, for $900 a month, dude. Insanity.
That is
Wow.
ridiculous.
That's
This is what's going on in
bad.
the Bay right now, and it's a huge like problem to where people are actually like trying to raise awareness for it because the people from the Silicon Valley, San Jose area where they Apple, Google, all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
and all the corporates in San Francisco, people are making just so much money that the ones that can stay there, and then there's investors that buy the other places up, and all the normal people like us, like me, a lot of them are moving down to like my area, like Modesto, because it's more expensive than probably where you live, but it's
It's more
shitty.
reasonable. Yeah.
It's more reasonable than them. California's just really expensive now. I think that's the only reason I wish I didn't live here. Otherwise, I love it.
Definitely. And
It's really
and like
expensive.
is like I know some like the cost of living here is a little bit higher, but that's just because our minimum wage is pretty high. What's the like minimum wage like down there? Is it like $7 or $8 an hour?
No, we're at 10, and then we
Okay.
just agreed on 15. So
Okay.
we're raising it to $15 an hour.
Okay, so that's like just about living wages.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good.
Um,
Well, I mean,
It's hard though. I mean, a one bedroom,
Yeah.
even in my city, a one bedroom, one bath apartment is probably going to cost you about anywhere from 850 to 900 a month.
Wow, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. California's terrible. It's good and terrible at the same time.
Let's cut it out. Alright. I'm gonna bust down another little dab.
and
Me
have
too.
we decided what we're going to question about yet, or?
But we have not. I think we might. We might do it through Twitter too. We might do a couple giveaways through Twitter, like using the hashtag. Because we still got to use our. So really quick, everyone. I've seen it mentioned so many times. The whole swag debate. Okay, so this is something that we kind of did on purpose. The name is ridiculous as is, and that is because it's kind of like the exact thing we stand for. It's going to be questioned, and there's actual cause behind it. So when it comes to just overall cannabis usage, you're going to be questioned, people are occasionally going to ridicule it, and people aren't really going to understand because there's a certain stigma placed on cannabis. So the same is to be said about our name. The same is to basically be said about the word swag. There's a stupid stigma that's been placed on it from generational ridiculousness that's been happening for a long time, so it's kind of like the exact cause we stand for. So there's a lot more in our name other than the word that's actually there. And there's small pieces of all of the channels that make up the Swag Collective in that name. So that is one reason that we've chosen that name, and I think the hashtag, I don't know exactly what the hashtag we're going to be using is today, but I think I actually tweeted it earlier. I think it's that swag 420. Yes, Mary Smokes.
I'm going to use it right now.
Mary Loves Glass on YouTube. Everyone go check all of their channels out. I'm actually going to make sure to link all of their channels in the like little video description. So make sure to go check them out, give them some love. Dabbing some cheese, nice. I've never actually had a good cheese,
So sweet.
good cheese sample. It's a very like UK strain, I feel.
I really like cheese. Michigan has a lot of cheese strains too.
Nice. That's one I definitely. I'm excited to actually finally turn 21 because not only will I get better just recreational access, like the medical access lately's been awful because like really good providers are realizing they can basically get people to pay more for their good like quality cannabis, so they're just going to the recreational market and selling it to them. And the recreational is a lot more consistent as well because it's all tested and I mean, sometimes there's also some questionable samples because you can't actually, Mary, you can't actually physically see the like when you go into a store, you can't basically see what you're buying, right? It's kind of like pretty heavily packaged up.
Pretty well. Some of it is. Some of it's not.
Yeah, so it's
It depends.
huh, it's not like super consistent. It kind of depends on the store.
Yeah, it depends on the store. It
Okay.
really does.
Huh, that makes sense. But I'll also the cool thing is be able to travel to different states and actually kind of sample like Denver's like their just different areas have different kind of strains because different growers like to grow different things in different areas. So yeah, Denver has like very specific strains for their area, or Colorado, should I say, as well as just all the other legal states like Oregon. So
Oh, I'm sorry. This is just funny watching, like, you watch the comments and you see how many of them are like, fuck Trump and shit like that. I'm like,
it's just
oh
stuff
my
that's not relevant to anything.
I know. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
we haven't even
completely
we haven't even
irrelevant.
mentioned politics. Like, I'm not even gonna get into politics.
Yeah.
So cool,
It's
whatever.
politics and religion
Funny.
are the two that I always just
Oh my
avoid.
god.
Hashtag spec.
That's so oh,
That's fucking rad.
Oh, guys, start hashtag.
Look at that.
cheers. Oh, it's delicious. I think your mic's not plugged in again.
That was
Why is life hating me today? It's just
You got the Josh look today.
it's just today. I feel like it's my luck every day, so I feel you.
Definitely. This is the napalm that I'm dabbing on. It's like a little bit more of a liquidy consistency because the clear kind of makes the rosin a little bit less stable. But
too hot.
is that a
I'm gonna
hot-
have to wait
hot
for it to
and
come
dirty
up in the chat. It's delayed in my stuff.
Mine too.
Oh wait, I bet if I refresh it, it's not. Oh, that looks really good.
It's pretty tasty.
Sorry, I just saw.
It's,
just saw it.
It's the fire. It's actually from Fire Bros, and most of their stuff lately has been pretty consistent. Very sad to hear that, Andrew. Nice crumble.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Dream Queen.
Nice.
Pretty good. It's a. I know it's a hybrid, and I think
Bob Josh Marley.
it's like
Love
more on
it.
the indica side.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think it's a Space Queen cross. I do believe. I think it might be Blue Dream and Space Queen. I could be
I
wrong
think
on
that's
that,
what it
though.
is.
Yeah.
I think you got it right. Ooh, that
Smoked
was
1 ounce already today.
hot down.
Wow, that's an impressive feat. I don't know if I could smoke an ounce in a day, just like chilling there.
Of good shit.
Yeah, right.
No way.
Maybe, unless I was just like chain smoking joints.
Yeah. That joints are different. Like I feel like I could smoke like so much with joints. Like,
Yeah.
I love joint.
If I just had enough rolled up at like maybe a concert or something, you could probably just sit there and just go. But
Yeah.
if I was just like packing like anything like any bubbler, bong, pipe, anything, it would not be more than like an eighth.
I feel like maybe I could do maybe a little bit more than an eighth at one time? Like, how long are we talking?
Yeah,
sitting,
that's
like,
true. Are we just like, are we like chilling on the couch watching Netflix for like the entirety of a day, or?
I'm feeling like I could probably do a quarter for an
Yeah.
entire day.
That's
See,
true.
now does that include?
That's right. Naps and or just like food breaks.
Yes, I was just about to say, wait, how many times do we get up to eat?
Right.
Does that
Yeah,
count?
that got me litty. All right, I like that one.
Nice.
That sucks. Your friend went to jail
That's
today?
no-
That's too bad.
Sorry. Brad wants to know what the first time you smoked weed, Jared. I don't know if you care to share.
The first time I smoked weed, I was actually, well, the first time I smoked weed, I didn't get high. I was like, I was a bad kid. I think I was either 8 or 9 years old, and my cousin stole it from his dad. So we had these little pinner-ass joints that literally like fit into one of those match boxes, and we smoked them behind this place called Roller King. And we went into Roller King and we put our little, skates on and shit. And he said he was high, but I didn't really feel anything. Now, the first time that I actually got high, that was my second time smoking weed. And that was when I was 13 years old. And that was a crazy story. It's pretty long actually, but you know what? I'm saving that one actually for a video on my channel.
Exactly.
So,
That's
yeah.
like
Okay,
I've
that's a
had
teaser.
that right there.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're gonna want to hear about like the first time I got high, then I promise you, like one of these next 2 videos on my channel will be it. I've been
Nice.
planning on it.
Because
Tune
that,
in.
and that's one of those questions that you will be asked over and over and over and over. So it's always nice to just be like, I have a video, refer to it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, here you go. Because that was a good time. I'll tell you that. And the sad thing is, this is something I'll give up because I might not mention it in the video because I want the video to be more on the positive side. But the sad thing about it is, it was with this guy who just recently passed away like a year ago, like a friend of mine. So it'll kind of be like a special video for me to make because of
Gonna
that.
pull on their heartstrings.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know, right? Yeah,
There
I
you
got
go.
into a car accident and passed away. So you never know what'll happen to you. That's the whole message
Exactly.
right there.
Live every day. Be happy you wake up every morning.
Yep, another day above ground is a good day.
Exactly.
For sure.
Let's see. Someone said already smoked about a half ounce. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Biggest bong you've ever used. Well, I'd say this one.
Damn.
Nice
I think
size.
for me it's that cheech beaker. That thing is like all too large. Really quickly. Everyone was so offended that I used dirty bong water in one video of the 450
wow.
videos that I have uploaded to my channel. I used one video with slightly dirty bong water. And the funniest thing is people were even like, I don't think you went on vacation. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Just because I didn't change my bong water, you don't think I actually went on vacation?
Like what?
I get
like
lazy,
Logic
you know?
come in.
The picture in front of Canadian Parliament wasn't enough to to verify, or at least
That's one thing I love about rigs is rigs do not get like
Yeah.
that dirty.
exactly.
When they do, you can just clean them like hella quick
Yeah, it's like hot
with some
water.
alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
hot
just
water.
hot water alone.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not like super claimed up, yeah, just some hot water, and you'll be like, oh,
For
yeah,
sure.
it's good as new.
You're good to go. Yeah, but fucking weed, man, that shit, the resin is just horrible. You got to clean that constantly.
Yeah.
It's always-
Sometimes you just can't get them clean too. Like sometimes if
Exactly.
you leave them too long.
Little teeny
Yeah.
spots that will just like stay on the glass
Yep.
forever. Yeah,
yeah, they're
Yep.
just there.
exactly. You always
They
you
just
gotta
piss
stay.
you off.
Yeah, right. You like, and sometimes they don't see them on camera, but you're sitting there just like, I have cleaned this so hard, and there's still little specks on it. Like this is so frustrating.
You know, why? Why? Yeah, they're terrible.
Definitely. I that's one thing, like it's pretty hard to stay if you have a pretty even probably over like 3 or 4 pieces, it's hard to stay caught up cleaning because like you just you'll clean 1 or 2 occasionally, but like after time you don't even realize how dirty the pieces get, like especially oil rigs. This one even maybe 2 weeks time is already pretty clogged up in here. And sometimes this one, right, like the Mai Tais, I won't even actually realize, especially with drop downs, how dirty they get until they actually like don't suck through. So you go to take a dab and it's just like, and a little cloud of smoke goes off the top of your nail, and you're just like, well, I just wasted that dab.
Yeah.
I hate smoking out of dirty bowls, so I have like 30 bowls, and I just use a new bowl every time, and then all 30. Like, oh.
Just go clean them all. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, do it all at once.
Like
There we go.
Like a production line, like this one,
Yeah.
this one, this one. It's awesome. That's a good way to save flavor, though. Get the best flavor every time.
For sure.
Best way to clean a pipe, ISO and salt is like the classic, like money-saving way to go, and also probably one of the most effective. But some people like those cleaners and stuff.
I mean, they're all right. I just go with alcohol, man. Sometimes I don't even use the salt.
Yeah.
I just like will literally pour that shit in, the 91%, and I'll cork off both ends. I'll find a perfect cork
Nice.
for both, both ends.
Yeah.
And I'll let it sit for like, 24 to 48 hours. Fucking blast that shit out with some super hot water, and hey,
Good to go.
There you go.
Exactly.
yeah.
And especially with smaller rigs, like you have to let those just sit, because trying to get like in like if it's frit or if it's honeycombs like that are really small, trying to get in between those perks is really annoying if you're just trying to shake salt in between them. So just fill them with alcohol, let them sit for time, and then like you said, really hot water is really necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, super hot.
Definitely.
Let's see. You think I'm kidding? Here's my
alright.
bowls lined up
That's awesome.
for the next 3 hits.
just 3 fresh bowls sitting around. That's awesome. I need to start doing that.
I like bowls whenever I go somewhere. That's what I do. I'm not a antiquer or anything. I don't go and do that. So I go in head shops and buy bowls. So.
Nice. That's a good way to build a collection pretty quickly, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's fun.
I do always hate that. Like, you'll clean a piece really nicely and be looking around like, I don't have any clean bowls. So I gotta start like collecting. It's a good collection to have. I have a lighter collection, but I feel like most of those are empty, and I can't actually like make use of that. So that's like a way less useful collection. You guys gonna smoke? I have been basically dabbing since the stream started. I think we all have.
I was just about to say. I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. Here, I'll take one for the team though.
I'm just gonna pack some flour right now too.
Definitely.
I got a little bit of rosin.
Diesel cross cheese. No clue what that is.
Let's see, Mary smoke.
So this is some of the. Let's see if I can get this. This is the Dream Queen.
Nice.
It's 2 o'clock.
I should grab some flour.
That's a TGA strain, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think it's by TGA Genetics.
I know Space Queen is.
Or-
I
Yeah.
believe Dream Queen is as well.
It's really good,
I
man.
don't, I don't know
I
if I've
like
actually
it.
ever. I don't know if I've actually ever come across that strain.
Ooh, what's that?
I'm gonna go grab
I just-
some actual flour.
I remember having Dairy Queen like one of the first years I got my card, which was like probably about 4 years ago, and then I have had Space Queen, and so I'm not sure.
Yeah, luckily this is like straight from, the guy that basically takes it to the dispensaries. So I'm very fortunate in that case. Cling, cling, cling. It's always a good sound. I think your headphones are off, Kayla. There we go. I noticed you were talking, and I was like, wait a minute here.
Okay, I'm about to just switch to my microphone on my computer. I'm over this. I'm over this headset.
All right.
Why now?
See if I can actually get close-ups of these. So this is some sour diesel that I picked up yesterday, and it's actually like one of the true like gassy, almost fuely phenos, not like
Nice.
the musky like OG like. And then there's like that kind of garlicky one. This one's kind of a little bit garlicky, but it's more of like that like fuely actual gassy, which I really like.
Let's
And
see
this
here.
is. I don't know how I feel about this batch. I picked this up from like a little organic shop, but I think this is a like Hermit bud. So I found a couple of seeds and stuff in it, and you can actually see the little pocket right there. But it's a strain called Kaya's Coffee, which I believe is a Pacific Northwest strain. This probably won't be reviewed because, like I said, I think it's a Hermit batch of bud, but not too disappointed because that's the only the only of the four I picked up from that shop.
It looks good.
Definitely. The Boss Hog. This is an interesting cross. It's actually Chem Dog 91 crossed with Pre 98 Bubba. So it's got two influences. It's like a little bit of like that coffee, like the Pre 98 Bubba is just like straight coffee beans almost, and then the Kim 91 is a little bit more of like an earthy floral taste. So overall, it's just like a flowery coffee taste, and it's super unique. I think I got one more. Who are these other people who just started watching? We got Jared up here. We got Mary Loves Glass right there. And News Perspective 710 right there. And we will throw them all in the channel description, which is, I think, down there. I don't know how these streams work.
Dude.
Maybe up there?
All I know is I have to like refresh this YouTube shit because it will seriously throw me the fuck off track if I watch like both. The fucking...
That's exactly what I have to keep doing. I feel the exact same way.
And like when you're stoned, it does not go well. You're like, whoa, this is
Too many
weird.
things at once.
It totally is. I do not feel cool about that. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna look at the Skype box here so I don't get confused. Because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing over here? Oh, wait a minute. That was like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, no. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Those are the Thin Mint cookies. I'm actually gonna hit a bowl or something. You need to grab a piece though, and it's going to be dirty. They're gonna get me for it.
They probably will, but hey, what are you gonna do about it?
Where did the phone go?
least somebody in the chat could recognize that we're all high. And they're not telling us to just continue smoking until we just can't talk to you anymore.
I know. Seriously, because that's what will happen. You know? Like,
That's what will happen.
I think that's what they expect.
you know, and everybody hates like dirty bongs, but they don't realize that like we've been trying to keep up with your smoking. Hey, take hits, it's 420. Like you can't just fucking like clean out your shit like every 2 hits, man.
You're right.
Like, we were sorry. We were sorry.
I started.
Like I don't have a sink right next to me. It's filtered water.
Gosh.
I prefer filtered water. I'm sorry. I'm like a super like prima donna when it comes to like.
This bowl.
It's okay. Like I even put food coloring to try and disguise my shit. Like I'm gonna disguise how dirty it is. I'm gonna put a little blue in there.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Now it looks like dirty toilet water from like airplanes.
I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Do a live Q&A, okay? Ask us some questions. We'd answer them. I mean, I'd answer them. I don't know about them.
I now understand why people put like any kind of food coloring in their pieces.
What up?
The secrets all make sense to me now.
That really does.
Just don't put yellow, please.
Yeah. That one just does not work.
Roll a joint if you're a real stoner, guys. I mean, I can roll a joint.
I'm just gonna stink the entire like hallway and complex out.
Yeah, for real.
They're so demanding.
Right.
I'm sorry. Nah, I still love you guys though. That's cool. I'd like to do like a Q&A. The Q&As are cool. You can ask us whatever.
Yeah.
Bongs or joints.
The sign is the little logo.
Yeah. I do. I have one grandchild. Yes.
I'm too young to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grew a beard
If you
at
know
12. I'm actually 14. The secret's out.
I'm 82. I age very well. I've been around for a long time now.
You're in the shower. Oh my god.
What? That sounds about accurate too, Chad. Did I forget a lighter? Oh, we have.
I'm smoking on that
large
drink.
lighters. Improvising.
Awkward.
Oh, someone said, "Hold on, I'll do it after the rip." But cheers.
I'm smoking
Cheers.
on some Dream Queen, Ryan. Cheers. Yep, it's 4:20 everywhere. What time is it here right now? It's 2:09 over here on the West Coast. So, I actually stayed the fuck up until 4:20 in the morning today to fucking smoke, just take one hit. That's all I did, and then I passed the fuck out.
That's impressive. Had to catch both of them though.
I do it every year.
Nice. That's awesome.
One day I won't be able to do it ever again. It's funny how, like, you know, traditions turn into, you know, different things. But back when I was, let me think. Well, we'd have to say like 98, maybe 97. We started having these 420 parties, and all they were was just these huge fucking smoke parties in this house that we'd set up, like what people would call like a house rave, where we'd have the DJs, we'd have all the black tarps, we'd have the black lights. It was just dope as fuck, and we'd have this huge fucking joint to smoke, you know, during 420, once it hit 420 in the morning. And it was just like a I can't even think, a tradition.
Yeah, I was gonna say
every year,
like a little local
so
tradition.
now I don't like, go to parties. I'm too old for that shit. And I just like to chill, but it's cool for me to kind of like, just smoke, hit something at 4:20 in the morning on 4:20.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got to keep traditions occasionally.
Yeah, even if they're, minor. They
Exactly.
kind of shrink down to something more, on a personal level.
More personal, exactly.
Yeah. Let me refresh this.
So we got 8 minutes until that Colorado 420, I believe. And then we will more than likely be heading out simply because I have a couple more things to get going here. But I believe there's going to be a ton more streams today. And I think we'll probably have all of these wonderful individuals back into the stream at some point throughout the day. And we also have little like segments and stuff throughout our like individual channels. I do believe just about everyone's posting pretty actively. So I will, like I said, I'll actually do this right now. Link everyone's channels in that description. Let me get to it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm about to drop the collab video. I think pretty soon actually, so
Nice.
that'll be fun. Yeah, I think we should do more of them. I don't know if you're down for that, but it turned out really nice and like I don't know. I felt like the love in it, and I felt like really I don't know. It was really like it's unique.
Nice.
So I'm excited.
I'm excited to see it. I feel like it'll be very genuine because it's everyone kind of talking about their own personal conditions, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
and it is really genuine. That's exactly what it is.
Nice.
It's probably one of the most genuine videos I've seen. Like so,
That's awesome.
it's gonna be
That's
good.
that's a good video. How long does weed stay in your system video?
Oh, definitely.
That's actually a very good idea.
Stays in there forever.
Forever.
Just becomes your blood.
Forever. Period. Period. Done. That's the end of the video. I just made it.
Becomes you.
Just 3-second video, close up, like as close to your
Exactly.
face as you can get. Forever. All that needs to be said.
I feel
That's
like
awesome.
I feel like the
Happy
I feel like
420.
Whoever. Yeah, happy 420. Oh shit, it's about to be 420 somewhere.
Is
And
it?
sometimes. Yeah, it's in 7 minutes.
Oh
Somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know.
7 minutes. 2:13 over here.
Goldfish in
Yeah,
that
so I'll be on time this time.
Yeah, we'll be on time this time. I have a fucking clock above me. I have a clock over here. I'm good.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me
I'm
okay?
gonna-
Is this mic turned up enough?
Alright. I believe the thing is updated, all. So make sure to go check out all of their channels and give them some love.
Cheers, homie. That's all that.
My country doesn't allow
I can't-
weed, that's all bad. I mean, technically our country doesn't either. But I guess on a federal level, that's a
Very,
technicality.
very, very true.
I don't know. It's hard to keep up with comments.
Definitely.
I'm answering somebody's comment, by the way.
There's many definitions behind the number. It has many relevant definitions. Oh my goodness, this glob almost just
What-
dripped on the
what?
floor.
Behind 420?
Yeah, I've heard plenty of stories.
Yeah, I've heard like I forgot which one it was. It's supposed to be the real one. Something about like I think they're from students from Berkeley that would meet up
Yeah, I saw that one.
at that specific time of the day, and
Yeah, and like made it like a little club. They called it like the 420 club or whatever.
yeah,
It
and
was,
then
like
basically,
computer science students or whatever.
and then people just started, becoming like more and more like, hey, I want to meet up at 420, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that's where
215.
420 Science got their name from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would not surprise
It's
me.
crazy.
Thank you
I
very much.
remember
Just kidding.
when that like number started coming about, man.
Yeah, I think
That
yeah,
was
that's
fucking
true. Like,
awesome.
what's the year that actually came to relevance?
Wow.
I can't say specifically when it came into relevance, but I can say that I didn't start coming to know of it or like wear it, you know what I'm saying? Like on t-shirts and shit until probably around like 97.
Hmm. So that's just
Otherwise,
kinda,
it was just something
I
that
did
was
not
like,
know it existed back then.
yeah. I had some 420 shirts back then. That was rad.
it was being,
So I was 17 back in 97.
huh.
It seems like yesterday to me.
Isn't that a trip though? That's fucking insane. It does seem like yesterday to me too.
I was 2.
It's crazy. There's some people that, are like, "Oh, I was born in 97." And I'm like, "God damn, that sucks for you." This dude was like, "I was 7." I see him right there. I'm like, "Damn, bro. Right on. At least you got some of it."
I was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was 2 in '97.
Yeah, I was just about to say, me and Josh were still babies, okay? Guys, calm down. Calm down a minute.
So rad, dude.
I graduated high school in 1974. Okay.
Wow, that is awesome. But see, that's the cool thing. That's what I love. I mean, you get to this point in your life to where like it doesn't really matter anymore.
Exactly.
If you guys are on the same type of like level, then nobody gives a shit about
Yeah.
age, anymore.
It's just like people are people.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have
Like
to-
there's no definition on age.
Got to open your minds up because we all learn from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
once you stop learning, that's a problem. Like you have to consistently wake up every day wanting to learn and soak up as much as you possibly
Oh.
can.
Exactly.
If you stop learning, you're dead, dude.
Exactly.
That's it. Basically, that's it.
You stop progressing once you stop learning. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at that clock, making sure we don't miss this one. We missed the one earlier, so let's not miss.
I
this
got my
one.
mic in the way, so I'm trying to make sure I move this shit.
I coughed very bad and tried everything to not cough. Nothing works. Any suggestions?
Too many
Smaller
J's.
hits.
Smaller hits.
Damn it.
And maybe try ice, but that's some people like it, some people don't. Maybe try different means. Maybe it's the pipe or the piece you're using. Maybe like if you're using a bong, try like a small pipe or like a bubbler, or a joint maybe, even though that might be more harsh for some people. What are the rules for what?
Yeah. The rules.
Oh, for the giveaways. I think we're probably going to do most of these through Twitter for the simple fact that I need to come up with some questions and stuff to actually kind of do, and we'll probably also do them on this actual time zones 420, so that's in like 2 hours or so. I'll probably do like the vaporizer and piece of glass and probably this nail as well. So, what's up, Ed?
Alrighty.
Shout out from Belize. That's
I'm
awesome.
pumped.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for stopping through.
45 seconds. They're making me pumped.
Look at
Yeah.
him.
I know.
I'm just going to hit some flowers.
Miss it.
That's what I'm doing.
All right.
UK police
I'm gonna
doesn't
start.
care.
I'm
I
gonna
wish
start
police
heating
didn't
just to
care.
be sure. New Zealand, nice. That's awesome.
Somebody
Where's-
wants to know how long
Oh.
you've been smoking, Mary. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, about a year and 4 months.
Oh, nice. I can definitely respect that.
Thanks, Sammy.
I'm gonna.
Happy 420. Yes, yes.
Oh, it's 420. Okay.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Some of that glob fell down the side of the piece.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no, I hate that.
Whoops.
Rest in peace.
Happy 420, whatever time zone that was. Happy day that we do what we do every other day, yet again. Your time zone.
Yes,
Bubbling sounds so
2:20 here.
soothing, LOL.
that was a good happy 428 right there.
Yes,
Alrighty,
it was.
guys. I think we are just about going to call that a stream. We have been streaming for just about 2 hours, and that was a really, really, really fun time. But like I said, all of us are going to have different little pieces of content on our channel and plenty more of these little streams throughout the day. We will, without a doubt, have these guys back in the stream. Thank you guys all very, very much for stopping through, everyone who came and talked. Kayla, Mary, and Jared. And thank you guys, like, the
you for
chat
having
for
me.
being super, like,
Yeah,
active
thank
and
you.
stuff.
Thanks.
Asking us the questions and stuff. It's always fun to, like, interact live with you guys. But, thank you all. Have yourself a wonderful afternoon. This is, like, the only stream that you're going to catch. But try to catch some more. Like I said, there's a ton of stuff to give away over in this area. So that will be given away probably, like, our actual 420 time zone. But thank you guys. Like I said again, I can't say that enough. I love to say that to you. So have a wonderful day. Stay medicated. Stay positive. Bye.
Bye.